Hey, before we get started today on the Lunch with Doug show, I want to thank our newest sponsor, the CoffeeCade in Peculiar, Missouri. Go check them out right there off of I-49 at the exit where Flying J's is.
All right, folks. So today's episode of Lunch with Doug, episode number 25 of season 7. I'm excited. We're still here. You're still there. We are still a thing. It's still a thing. It's happening. Folks, today we're going to talk about more area events and the nerd play coming up on Lunch with Doug. This episode of Lunch with Doug is distributed by Anchor.fm, powered by Cricket Wireless Mobile Data. Taste is quenched by Delaney Vineyard and Winery, and sponsored by the Second Edition Shop and Bell's Boutique at 500 East Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri. The Vernon County Movers in Storage, 417-549-6019 or VernonCountyMovers.com. The Harry Frog Graphics at 150 North Commercial Street, 417-381-1077. The Brick Wall Bistro, 127 East Cherry Street, and on DoorDash. Verco Apparel at 112 North Cedar Street on the Nevada Square. The Woodshed Music, 129 North Main Street, Nevada, Missouri. Bella's Street Tacos, Bella's Concessions Food Truck, find them on Facebook. In-Home Solutions, Home and Personal Care Services at 417-414-4877 or online at www.swmohomecare.com. I'm your host, Dangerous Doug Harper. Thank you for spending your lunchtime with me. All right, folks, welcome back to Lunch with Doug. Today's episode is Bound and Determined, more area events, and the nerd play. That and so much more. And I'm going to talk about CoffeeCade, because CoffeeCade is our newest sponsor as well. So, folks, if you haven't been to CoffeeCade in Peculiar, Missouri, you have not been. Okay, folks? Check them out. We'll be talking more about that in just a minute. But so area events coming up. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the nerd play that's happening opening night tonight if you're listening to this on the day that it is airing. But before that, we had a call in from Dan Smith. Folks, if you haven't used the message button feature on the app or on there, you'll see that underneath there, message our show, or you can call directly and leave a message on the voicemail at 417-321-6254. Either way works better. Whatever works better for you, we'll get you on the show. So let's hear what Dan called in and what's going on with Dan. Let's hear about that right now on Lunch with Doug.
Good morning, Doug. This is Dan Smith with Bound and Determined. Just wanted to reach out to you all and let you know that we will be playing at the fishing dock in Archie, Missouri on Saturday night at 9 p.m. I hope you all can make it out. Hope the listeners are available, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you all. Hope everybody's staying safe, and be careful out there on those roads. Have a great day.
All right, there you have it. Some good stuff coming up, folks. I'm glad. Thanks, Dan, for calling in and letting us know about what's going on. We love to hear from you and what's going on in the area events and stuff, and your cool news. And just call us. And yeah, I like to hear from you. It's a true story. So the nerd. Should I talk about that first? Nerd play. Or should I talk about let's go. Okay, nerd play is coming up. We'll talk about that in just a second. CoffeeCade tonight, folks. It is March 2nd, 2023. If you're listening to this when this episode came out, and tonight, myself, Dangerous Doug Harper, will be performing at the CoffeeCade from 5:30 to 7:30. That's a chamber mixer up there. It's 21 plus, and they will have adult beverages. And I understand, it's all complimentary. So it's a mixer, and it should be a good time. And yeah, so mixer at CoffeeCade tonight, 5:30 to 7:30. I'll be there entertaining you folks. And then, so again, it's 21 plus, but then I will be back at CoffeeCade for an all ages show on Sunday morning. We'll talk more about that here in a minute as well. But so that's what's happening tonight. Now, on to the Nerd Play, also happening tonight, but not just tonight. Nerd Play is happening this weekend. Its opening night is tonight at the CCPA in Nevada, Missouri. That is the Fox Playhouse, as they call it. It's located there on Main Street, 110 South Main. And if you'd like to send them a donation, you can send that to P.O. Box 754 to support your local arts. It opens tonight. The Nerd. And there's a lot of people I know in the Nerd, so this is exciting. I have lots of people I know. I know, and actually everybody that's in the Nerd Play, but I particularly want to shout out to Aubrey Robinson, our editor of Local Ear Magazine, is in the play. And of course, she sings with me. Me and Aubrey do Aubrey and I should say, we do a duo sometimes. So we'll be playing in May. You'll hear more about that at the El Dorado Mexican Restaurant and Cantina, but we'll talk about that another day. So tonight, opening night, Nerd Play. The Nerd, I guess I should say. Written by Larry Shue, directed by Millie Hall, stage manager Kelly Dodge, March 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at 7:30 p.m. and March 5th at 2 p.m., starring Michael Cerna, Gabe Weston, Cami Brillhart, go Cami, Miriam Taylor, Jane Ann Hancock, Aubrey Robinson, and Daniel Fisher. This is going to be good, folks. It's sponsored by Carson Wealth, and which was formerly White Ember Financial Planning. Admission is $10 adults, $5 child or students with ID. If you need any more information, phone number is 417-448-7455. You can follow CCPA on Facebook and find out more about them. The Community Council on Performing Arts presenting The Nerd, folks. Check it out. You will love it. I will be there. I'll be checking it out Friday night because I got a gig tonight. And then Saturday is lots of stuff going on. We talked about that probably already. It's been a busy week. I'm not even sure what we talked about this week, but we'll recap it. I'm going there. There's a prom expo going on at the Bell's Boutique and Second Edition shop. Well, it's at the Bell's Boutique, but Second Edition shop is in the same building there at 500 East. Yes, that's right. 500 East Cherry Street. But I like to refer to it at the corner of Austin and Osage. You enter off of Osage side, but it's right there on the corner. You cannot miss the Village Mall, folks. So I'm doing a thing Saturday there. I'm not just me. They're doing their thing. Excuse me. It is the prom expo, but I will be there, and some other folks will be there on the parking lot. We're doing a shop small Saturday, shop small at the Village Mall. So I'll be playing some music. My brother's going to be playing some music. There might be some other songwriters, of course. And we are there 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. But the event is 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. So just music has to stop an hour early. And why do we have to stop an hour early? I need to let you know because I've got to load up the car and I've got to run to El Dorado to be at More Daddy's from 5 until 7. More Daddy's Barbecue in El Dorado Springs. That will be just my show. And More Daddy's, well, you get to hear a little more than just songwriters at More Daddy's. More Daddy's is proudly licensed and by the good folks over at the BMI, and so we'll be able to do some covers there that night. So I will be playing some tunes as well as throwing in my original songs. So you get a kind of a specialty. Though, like I said, on the Village Mall, we're just doing the songwriters stuff, our things, songwriter stuff. So it'll be good, and yeah, it's a great time. All these things are just a lot of fun. I actually believe that my original show songs are better than me doing versions of other people's songs, but it's fun when you know somebody's songs. But nowadays, it's getting exciting. I've got some good folks. Thank you, TikTok, for the folks that are loving some of the new songs, such as the Halloween song and pop song by yours truly, Dangerous Doug Harper. Not to just shamelessly plug myself a whole bunch, but hey. I've got this have podcast will shine, right? I don't know. No, it's not really about me, folks. It's about having a lot of fun. I know there is a book author that's gonna be there on the Village Mall that day, and then the Prom Expo has a bunch of people that do like nails and hair and photography and all these things. There'll be just a lot of different types of stuff going on. So get down, check it out. It'll be something happening just for fun. So that's their event goes on 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. And again, the songwriters at Village Mall Shop Small will be there from noon until 3. Like I said, there'll be some I don't know what vendors on the parking lot. And if you are a vendor and would like to be there, just come down and join us. There's no fee to be there. Just trying to make something exciting and good. And I believe all the Prom Expo vendors are going to be inside, but I don't know this 100%. So it'll just be a lot of stuff. And if you get hungry, I don't think we're going to have a food truck, but if you're a food truck in the area and you want to come down, we will let you. That's cool. But if you get hungry, you can, of course, drop over to Casey's and get some Casey's pizza. Or they've got some awesome mac and cheese thing now, too. Or you can just hit up, China One right around there in the mall as well. China One, and I can't tell you that I've ever had anything that I didn't like from China One. I love China One. So, yeah, it's awesome. And China One's now on DoorDash. And when I do DoorDash on the side as well, sometimes I deliver a lot of China One for folks. So it's exciting. So I love it. And I always smell it, and then I get hungry and I got to go back and buy my own meal. So I lose my profits because I go back and they're like, there's not an order. And I'm like, yeah, I'm actually ordering for me. So and I've seen that with the other drivers too. So it's kind of a thing. So, okay, so that's what I got today. I don't want to blab too much. I hope I've answered your questions on all the exciting stuff that's coming up tonight. CoffeeCade, Sunday, CoffeeCade. Well, I should go through this again. Tonight, CoffeeCade. Tonight, Nerd Play. Then, what is it? Saturday night as well is Bound Determined. Saturday, I'm at Village Mall Shop Small in Nevada. And then Saturday night, I will be in El Dorado Springs. So, if you're in the area of the fishing dock and Bound Determined, or if you want to hear some of their good tunes up there, go see Bound Determined. I won't hate you for it if you want to go see Bound Determined. I know. Or flip a coin and decide which show to go to. Ding! Heads, it's Bound Determined. Tails, it's Doug. Or whatever you decide. Or random number generator or something. I don't know. But ours is an all ages. I didn't catch. I think the Bound Determined. I'm not sure if that's an all ages show or not. I'll have to listen back now. Now I'll have to listen back. Look at me. I'm terrible. I'm sorry, Matt. Matt Resnick. I'm sorry. If Matt Resnick is listening, he'd be like, if you don't know all the details, Doug, don't talk about it. Sorry, Matt. I'm not making fun of you. I love you, Matt. Wherever you're at, Matt. That's all. Today was a weird episode. I know. I'm sorry. I'm hitting my 10-minute limit right now, folks. 10 minutes and 32 seconds. Well, the show is longer than 10 minutes, but I talked for 10 minutes. That's all. Folks, I'm done. I'll see you. Come see me live. This episode of Lunch with Doug is distributed by Anchor.fm, powered by Cricket Wireless Mobile Data. Taste is quenched by Delaney Vineyard and Winery. And sponsored by the Second Edition Shop and Bell's Boutique at 500 East Cherry Street in Nevada, Missouri. The Vernon County Movers in Storage, 417-549-6019 or VernonCountyMovers.com. The Harry Frog Graphics at 150 North Commercial Street, 417-381-1077. The Brick Wall Bistro, 127 East Cherry Street, and on DoorDash. Verco Apparel at 112 North Cedar Street on the Nevada Square. The Woodshed Music, 129 North Main Street, Nevada, Missouri. Bella's Street Tacos, Bella's Concessions Food Truck, find them on Facebook. In-Home Solutions, Home and Personal Care Services at 417-414-4877 or online at www.swmohomecare.com.